Hey YouTube, this is Fence Kid coming at you, making another silver ring today, but instead of a quarter like we used in the first video, we're making it out of a 50-cent piece this time. We're going for a larger ring. Look, probably a lot thicker face right here, you know what I mean? A little thicker. This is a 1959 50-cent piece, meaning it's 90% silver. It's going to make a bitchin' ring. You can get these coins all day long, any day of the week on eBay. I went out and picked up a couple of them. I've got two of them for like 18 bucks. So they're about 10 bucks a piece. And you know, you can imagine because of the size of the coin, it's going to be a lot more pounding, a lot more surface area, a lot more turns on the anvil or your barbell or whatever you're pounding on. And so I'm not going to get too detailed today on how we do it. You already saw the other video. If not, go reference it. It's right here. And I'll let you know how it turns out. We'll compare them up with the quarter, see how much larger it gets, how thicker it gets, and rock and roll. And you don't have to use an anvil. You know, you can use a 5-pound dumbbell, you know, one of your little brother's weights, you know, whatever works. A big piece of steel. It doesn't have to be an anvil. And then just do your thing. We are getting a little thicker than the quarter ring. It's coming along just nicely. Well, as you can see, we're getting there. I mean, it's starting to really come along. And what I'm finding out, and what's really important that you need to know about this, is when you bring that hammer down on top of this coin, you want it to keep your coin level, or plumb, or straight up and down. If you tip your coin like that a little bit unknowingly and come down and hit that, you're going to be tweaking on the edge of that, and it's going to be curling in on you, or you're going to be having big old dents along the inside of your ring. So I mean, this is, compared to a quarter, it's quite a bit thicker already, and we've got a ways to go before this bad boy is down to where it could fit on my finger or my thumb. We've got a ways to go still. So you just want to try to the wider it gets, the more room for error there is on that lip. And I'm finding that if you just a little bit and you hit that, you're going to be hitting dents in it. And you can tell just by the sound of it. Listen, I'll hit it maybe just once. Boom. You hear that, how soft that is if you hit it on the side? Those are all good. This one, I don't want to hit it too hard, but if you don't keep it level, you want to try and keep that as level and straight up and bring that hammer straight down on that coin as possible throughout the entire process. But we're getting there. Slow but sure, we're getting there. I've worked about twice as hard on this coin as I did a quarter, just because of the sheer size. There's a lot more surface area, and it's going to take a lot more work. But all the more cooler when you're done with it. You know, as you go along doing this, your hand gets sore and whatnot. Just take a break. A lot of breaks. Because the more you get into your ring, the more your time you've invested into it, the easier it's going to be to make a mistake. And so the deeper you get into the ring, the more careful you have to be. Okay, I think I'm about good tapping on that. That's about to the size I think I'm looking for. You can see the words on there real well. And it's a lot thicker than, say, a quarter. This is a 50-cent piece, and here's a quarter I've got as a size reference. Some of my other video, make rings out of coins. And like just to show you how thick the band is. Come on, man, hold still. Whoa. Hold still for me. The 50-cent piece is a lot thicker. Band is obviously a lot larger. This quarter, when I threw this quarter on a sizing mandrel, I was able to, looks like it's a 5.5, almost a 6, you know, fits on a pinky of a guy, or maybe a ring finger of your girl. And this 50-cent piece should be able to fit on my index finger. I'm shooting for a size 11. And so what I did was I took just a standard quarter, you know, nothing fancy about it, and punched it out, formed it up on a mandrel. And because I didn't know what size my finger was, right? So it turns out that I'm about a size 11. So I've got this as a reference before I drill this 50-cent piece out, and that's about, boom, that's darn tootin' close right there. You know, once you drill the center of these rings out, you're not going to be able to be tapping anymore. If you do anything on these and you have a mandrel, you want to make them too small, because you're able to throw these rings on a, let's see, on a mandrel, and if it's too small, you'll be able to, you know, stretch it out. I know you can see that's almost a 12. And so if it was too small, your ring here, simple, you know, if you've got the mandrel. If you don't have the mandrel, you're going to have to nail this to get it to fit just perfect, because you aren't going to be tapping on this. If you go tapping on this coin or this ring, all you're going to do is be bending it and making it not round pretty much. You're not going to... So, I think that that's going to work for me. So what I'll do is I'll drill this 50-cent piece out, polish it up, and show you how it turned out. I think it's going to work out just great. Alright, well, there you have it. Turned out like a champ. Looking real good. The writing in there is real legible. It's a nice big old thick ring. Just what I was looking for. It's even a lot more legible than the quarter. There's just so much room to work with there. I was able to get those words way in there. And so that's how a 50-cent piece is. Let's bring up the quarter one more time, give you a look-see here at the difference. You can see it's quite a bit smaller, quite a bit thicker. And just as another reference, in case you're wondering if you can do this with just a regular quarter, you can see that sweet luster that those coins or those rings bring out 1964 or earlier. Here's a standard quarter, and you can see there that it's not nearly as well. I mean, it's pretty shiny. I mean, I've polished all three of these up, but you can clearly see that the silver ones just go bling compared to the what do you call it, the standard coin, regular quarter. So anyway, turned out pretty sweet. Color me stoked, because that's awesome. Let me throw you down a little band. Whoa, that's going to roll right off of there anyway. Come on. Shakalaka. And shakalaka. Bring it on up for you there. Oh yeah. Alright. So anyway, this is Fence Kid coming at you, letting you know what a 50-cent piece looks like if you're ready to rock and roll one of those out. Works great for dudes. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Have a good one.